Welcome to The Dice Tower, a video podcast about board games and the people who play them. This is a special episode of The Dice Tower in which Tom and Melody Vasel talk about their top 100 games. And now, here are your hosts, Tom, Melody, and Holly Vasel.
Welcome to The Dice Tower!
Hi, I'm Tom Vasel, and this is Melody and Holly, and today we're going to be talking about some more of my top 100 games and Melody's top 100 games. We don't care about hers, though, nearly as much. Let's get to the games.
Yeah! I like this game because it comes with toppings and pizza, but most of all, that you're trying to put toppings on a pizza, and you're trying to get one topping on one pizza.
Alright, well, let's look at the game here. You see each player has their own board, which looks like a pizza, and you can get out a real pizza. Okay, well maybe not, but this is our pizza from Costco. We'll eat that later. But anyway, then you're going to be pulling a tile from a box. So when it's Melody's turn, she pulls a tile, and if she doesn't have any pieces in her pie, she is now the mushroom player. So then I draw a tile, and I'm now the pepperoni player. And we keep going. So now when it's Melody's next turn, she draws a tile. And if it's not mushroom, she can't keep it. But she just drew a switch. And she has to switch with yellow. But wait, she is yellow. So that means she can switch with anyone that she wants. So she'll probably switch with me, I'm thinking. Because I'm the only person who has an ingredient. So she switches with me. And then it's my turn. I'm trying to get a mushroom. No, I put a pepperoni. So I put that back, and I hope Melody didn't see where it landed. And we keep going. And the first person to fill their whole pizza up, slice up, is the winner. Now, who can play this game, Melody?
Maybe 3 and up.
Yeah, it's a game that pretty much anybody can play. And kids will like it because it's a memory game, but it also includes pizza. And I know that Melody hates pizza.
No!
Alright, well, she likes pizza a little then.
Dust comes with two sets of rules, one for a long game and the other for an epic game. No, I'm not really sure how you differentiate between them. But the long game, or I call it the normal game, is a lot of fun. I mean, in this box, you're getting a ton of pieces. But what I really like about Dust, what I really think is entertaining, is not the cards that tell you what options you have in your turn, even though that's great. Not the fact that you get actual little battle mech pieces, and that's pretty neat too. But what I really enjoy about Dust is the fact that when someone comes to me and says, I want to play Risk, and this happens more often than you might think. I have a lot of soldiers I play games with, and they're constantly wanting to play Risk. I can say, hey, I got a game that's just like Risk, but it's better. I think you'll enjoy it more. And what I'm thinking in my head is, I got a game just like Risk, except it's not horrible. Because Dust, while you can be eliminated in it, it's very difficult to be so, really rewards attacking. There's no point in turtling down at all. Attack, 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 but there's also some decent strategy behind it, and yet there still is that roll the dice and see what happens feel to the game. So you get to roll lots of dice, but it's just fun. It's a big, sprawling war game that's simple, yet strategic, fun, involving, and not too long. Well, maybe I'm glorifying it maybe more than it should be, and the cover really is kind of ridiculous. Ooh, look, European models going off to war. But hey, it's still a fun game.
I like this game because you have to try to make buildings and making cities. Sometimes making cities is a problem, though.
Right, because you have to feed the cities the more you get. Melody's talking about here Roll Through the Ages, which is a game in which you're going to be rolling dice and then using those dice to get resources and money. And then using that resources and money to mark off things on a piece of paper. It sounds like a complicated version of Yahtzee, and in a sense it is, but it's, to me, more strategic and more fun than Yahtzee. It's a game you can play by yourself to see how high of a score you can get, but it also works really well with 2, 3, 4 players, each trying to roll better than the other person. Melody, go ahead and show an example of rolling here. So she rolls here, and this gives her 3 workers to work on some buildings. That gives her a resource, and that gives her either 2 food to feed her people or 2 more workers. Now she can keep these dice or she can re-roll them. and she can re-roll up to 3 times, just like Yahtzee. You can build more cities, which gives you more dice, but then you need to pay more food. You can build monuments for points, or you can build developments, which give you special abilities and points. I enjoy this game quite a bit, and it's one I like to play with Melody.
Me too.
Several years ago, Cambridge Games Factory came out with several games. I liked some and thought others were merely okay, but they, in I guess terms of gaming community, have largely become fairly forgettable, except for Glory to Rome. This is a sneaker. Today we have everyone going, ooh, Race for the Galaxy, ooh, San Juan, and yes, those are both interesting games that use cards for a variety of things, and I like those games, but Glory to Rome is a game that's very similar, and yet is just so unique and so entertaining as you use the cards in the game for resources, for buildings, for special abilities. It's a very involving game, and unlike other games of this genre, it allows you to attack your opponents and cause harm to them, at least in a small degree. Some people are put off by the cartoony artwork on it. I like it. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's definitely not trading in the Mediterranean, but it's the newest version. As you can see, is in this plastic container, which still isn't the best quality, I guess, that you can get, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I really like my version of Glory to Rome.
I like apples to apples because you're trying to match words with good words to make almost the same thing.
As you can see, there's 3 different versions of Apples to Apples. There's the regular, there's Junior 9+, and then there's Junior. I actually have them all mixed together, and if I'm playing with kids, when we come to words that we may not understand, I might throw them out. But Melody, let's just say for an example here, Melody's word is kind, all right? She has to pick a word that matches kind. So your choice is the Tooth Fairy, winter, eyes, hiking in the woods, teeth, or big dogs. Now Melody can pick any of those that she wants. Which one of these is kind? Tooth Fairy, why?
Because tooth fairies take your tooth that came out of your mouth and gives you money.
Right, and I would have, see now if it had been me, I would have said eyes. I would have said, oh, the kind eyes that gazed upon me, okay? Okay, never mind. Am I getting too mushy here? But anyway, the fun thing is that the judge can pick whatever card they want, which makes Apples to Apples a lot of fun, because kids can do whatever they want, and they like that in the game.
Wits and Wagers has always been in my top 200 or so. This is the first year that it cracks the top 100, and it's not because it came out in a nicer, sleeker version. It's because I finally sat down and when I was making this list and I said, come on now. You know you love Wits and Wagers. We like the game. It's a lot of fun, and when you play it in a party game setting or when you play it with teams, it is amazingly fun. I played it this past year for New Year's Eve. I brought it to my church and we asked some Bible-related questions and then just some questions from the game set itself, and everybody had a blast playing the game. Asking questions and such. I play it at Origins every year. It's a game, it has 7 questions per game, and you don't need to know trivia to play this game, and you just guess what other people do. It is fun. It's a great, entertaining game. It deserves to be in the top 100, and that's why it's here. Alright, well, thanks for watching the Dice Tower with us today. Coming back next time, and we'll talk about 6 more of our top 100 games, 3 of mine, and 3 of Melody's. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Melody. And I'm Molly.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.